That's enough of this guts bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You smell what I'm cooking? Oh my god, I can hear myself. It's through my mobile phone. Any of you got one of those? It's pretty crazy, this little machine. Lets you say chat. Lets you buff your viewership by a whole one. It's pretty impressive. Okay, you gotta... First rule of streaming is to take the stream starting soon berserk image. Look at little Femto down here, huh? You can't see the mouse right now, but I'm circling a little Femto down here. See a little count down here? He's just ahead at the moment, he just got fucked up for real. Now, Guts over here, he was winning, but then he bled everywhere because the God Hand showed up. You know how it be. And then we got little Teresa over here. Can you believe little Teresa? She's coming back one day. And then we've also got, that would probably be Void over here. Ubik obviously is the little one. Conrad is this no good fat one. Now where the fuck is Slayan hanging out? I don't see her. Did we forget to draw Slayan in this great image? Is this her down here in the shadow or something? She was probably doing something like grabbing her boobs or something. It's kind of crazy when she'd be grabbing her boobs, you know what I'm saying? She was in Quillarf or something that one time. We gotta reread Berserk. We gotta make some videos about it. Wholesome Dad, traumatized by Berserk 1 year ago, 2.8 million views, and by 2.8, of course, I mean 2.4. Now that's crazy. Alita is in chat accosting me for giving him a great stream this evening. We don't respond to the haters, frankly. Now I should go live chat just anticipating the great Miller the Killer show up. Me and Miller the Killer were talking about Naruto again today. Oh my goodness, did everybody see our great Naruto video? Is that a great place to start, or what do you say? Because that's going to be the only secondary ENT video that's been uploaded this goddamn month, I'm pretty sure. Besides our great thingies. What did we even say on this one? I remember both of these were very long when I'd been doing a pretty good job at making them very short, so that wasn't the case. Remember Chainsaw Man ended? Remember how I called Chainsaw Man ending? And I remember my great little edit I did? It was pretty funny. Now, what was going on with this ranking? Let's talk about the ranking, too. That'll be fun. Now, oh my goodness, what a bunch of nonsense. Oh yes, that's right. Tuggapee's Original Sin was in the last place, and Alita once again accosting me, saying mean things. And you gotta smile in the face of hate. That's what we've learned. Now, Attack on London, true. I never know how to rank these documentaries. Oh my god, did you see I finished my Winston Churchill 4-part, hour-long each part documentary today? It was about World War II. Who knew all the things I learned about that? Not me, I can tell you. Black Bag. Poor Yasmin was here. Her movie was just okay. Then what did we have? We had the Murdoch documentary. Now, this documentary was sick. It was about a family drama. Now, that's something you want to see a documentary about. The Great There Will Be Blood was a little disappointing, but it was still pretty good. So, 4 out of 5. Lots of oiling in this movie, How about we have some character drama, like what I thought I was signing up for? Speaking of character drama, we got a Korean character drama by that crazy director dude that did all those fucked up movies. This one's just a little fucked up. So, that one was pretty cool. This is the rewatch one. Oh, I'm thinking. So if everybody isn't caught up to date, there's been no videos or nothing because I can't stop thinking about my flight that I've got to take tomorrow. Can you believe it? We're flying out to New Zealand again. Now, there was a point in bringing that up. Oh, I got to figure out which movie I'm going to watch in the plane flight. I wonder which ones they got. Now, I do want to watch Sinners. I do want to watch One Battle After Another. I do want to watch, I'm sure there's another one, Begonia. But do I want to waste a flight on those? Now, flights are great opportunities to rewatch great movies. But all the movies I want to rewatch, I don't think they'll be on the flight. Like, I don't think Chungking Express is going to be on the great flight thingy. Also, I'm actually taking a cheap flight, so there might not be any screens now that I think about it. And I don't remember when I booked the flight them advertising any screens. Now, luckily, I've already downloaded many YouTube podcasts and Pokemon videos just in case. And I've also got The Great Gatsby book that I'm reading that I'll be taking also. So, this might be a whole lot of thinking for nothing. But, I'm going to watch, obviously, my favorite reactors just reacted to Sinners. So, Sinners is coming up soon, everybody. So, be excited for that. Anyway, I even think, if we go back to our great media checklist, yes, we are due a new movie. Of course, how we're going is new movie, old movie. And this right here, The Big Lebowski, that's an old movie. Look at this one. Now, for Alita, this would be the oldest movie he's ever seen. But, I've seen a bunch of other movies. Did you know in that Churchill movie, they were talking about Casablanca, the place? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that is a place. That's where that movie is set. And I was like, oh my god, it was a real place for real. Trip is here. saying, raw dog the fight, no media, no anything. Lots of thinking is exactly what we don't want to do. But, thanks for the advice. Oh my goodness, everybody, I watched a Pokemon episode. I watched the Joy of Water Pokemon. Nurse Joy has a specialty water Pokemon thing. She has a water stretcher, and it's just a tank of water. She's got to put the Goldeen in. But then there's a crazy twist. Nurse Joy actually hates water Pokemon, even though she works on a lake. Isn't that crazy? What sort of carnage could ensue from that? So I broke my drought. So yeah, I watched this one. But, then that was also like maybe 10 days ago or something. How long has it been since we streamed? It was a long time ago, so I also haven't continued my victories. Yes, Churchill at War. What a documentary. It was just like all the other documentaries. It was pretty good. It was very engaging. We liked it. Now, oh my goodness me, trying to beat Agatha in Pokemon Fire Red rematch with my shitty Butterfree and my shitty Fearow and my shitty Vileplume and my shitty anything that isn't my great Arcanine was, I eventually beat her. Agatha's a dumb old bitch and now she's dead. True, but then I hit Lance and I realized, what the fuck am I going to do about this Kingdra? So, that's been on the back burner. But I have been playing a considerable too much of Pokemon Champions recently. A game I didn't even intend on playing. And then downloaded on a whim. And then played for like 3 hours. And then I keep playing it. And after this, I've got to go pack for my flight. And then I'm going to play more Pokemon Challenges. So, Champions, not Challenges. Pokemon Challenges is that YouTube channel. Now, so I have also abandoned my finishing off of my Fire Red playthrough, so that's not good. Everything's behind schedule. I was supposed to get the Madman video out before I went. I didn't even touch it. I couldn't even think about it. So we've completely derailed the beginning of our April. The only thing we've consumed is a Churchill documentary, goddammit. I thought about watching movies, and then I felt like, I'm just not in the headspace to do this right now, everybody. So, and that's also why we haven't been streaming for the first 9 days or whatever it's been. So we're fucked in the month of April until we come back. But when we come back, we might not be in the best mood either, so that's not good. Me and Elite and by me and Elite I mean I watched 2 episodes of Utena like at the beginning of the month, and I haven't touched it since. So we had to delay that also. I promised Elite I would do a movie thingy for Coherence and that Man on Earth movie or whatever the hell, both short movies. I cancelled that too. So, we got a lot to do when we come back. We'll see. True, the Agatha rematch, I was still crying about how I couldn't beat this fucking thing. Next main channel video should be out this evening. Oh my god, the Utena video came out between last streams. I never even tweeted it. That's not a good sign. Oh, I was ashamed to tweet it because, it was such an ugly thumbnail. Did we stream? Oh my god. It's been like 2 weeks and a bit since we streamed. No, 2 weeks? 2 weeks and a bit? No, probably just about 2 weeks. Can you believe it? But anyway, some things have been happening. We love the great Pokemon challenges here. It's my favorite new video game. Don't believe the internet that's telling you it's terrible, okay? How far into Kagurabachi? Exactly 0. It's funny. I'm either going to have absolutely nothing to do. I'm in New Zealand until at least Monday. I didn't book a return flight because I honestly don't know. But at minimum, I've paid for the hotel through Monday. So I'm either going to have a lot to do, and I'm not going to do anything, or I'm going to have a lot of time to do nothing. So we'll see. Maybe I'll start Kagurabachi on this here laptop and watch a bunch of movies or something. I have no idea. But we will see. Oh my god, The Big Lebowski. We're going through my great ranking. This was a funny movie, Nuremberg. Now, that was a crazy movie, on God. Then we've got Ball X Pit. Now, that's a fun-ass video game. You gotta love Ball X Pit. Pokemon Fire Red, which we did include, because it just felt right, Now that's a video game. Look at this poor team. My Arbok doesn't stand a chance. Actually, Arbok's not really that bad. This one, terrible. This one, terrible. Fearow is actually not that bad. But Vileplume just does... Vileplume's not that bad. Like, Butterfree is obviously outclassed because it's got low stats. Now, Arbok kind of does too, but it has Glare, and it has Rock Slide, and it has Sludge Bomb. So those are all pretty good. What was the other move it had? Oh, Shitty Bite. Vileplume just doesn't do anything against any of these Pokemon, so they're all resisted or whatever. And then, of course, at number 1, we've got the greatest television show of all time, The Great Industry. We love The Great Industry. Oh my god, imagine if they have Industry on the flight. I'll just watch Industry, and the plane ride will go past very quickly. Now, I did have another walk on the beach the other day. In fact, because I didn't want to be home at all, because I don't want to think. I did go out like 2 days this week. One of them, I did another walk on the beach and listened to this great Naruto discussion, though I only got about this far in. It wouldn't be this far in exactly, but what great discussions. I do think this one's long, and this one... See, there's always a push and pull here. Now, I've probably said all this before, but strap in. Oh my god, Succession character tier list. Let's judge this tier list. With the great... Oh my god, the great CeeLo Build is here. Wait, Carl, that means you used all my favorite Pokemon. My all-time favorite Pokemon, Oddish. We do love Oddish, and we do love Vileplume here. We like Gloom too, and we kind of like Blossom. So we do love the great Oddish line. Oddish in the anime goes, Oddish, Oddish, Oddish. Just like that. It's pretty crazy and pretty cute. Now, these discussions. You want to take all the notes because you want Elite RE to be forced to react to every cool little detail. Now, that's fun. Kind of. But it also takes the stick out of things. Also, look at this lame-ass manga image trying to pretend Gaara doesn't have bright red hair. Embarrassing. Now, these manga panels are pretty... covers, by the way, pretty freaking cool. Now, I was listening. The next one is going to have some bosom in it, if you know what I mean. The people know what we're talking about. Elite RE's got no idea. Now, it does hamper the discussion a lot because... I don't know, I'm listening to the beginning, and, like, you don't want to miss commenting on cool bits. But, like, we kind of do comment on all the cool bits for the first hour. I don't know, I'll have to re-listen to the whole thing. But at some point, I think it's probably just going to become me reading notes and Elite RE not saying a lot, which is not really that good. Which means maybe the best discussion, I take a lot less notes. Which is a possibility. There's also a distinct difference to the next arc, which I don't remember liking too much. It's like okay or whatever. That's what I thought about a bunch of segments that I've liked so far, so who knows. And so it'll probably be Elite RE's favorite too. I think I'll probably just have less notes generally. This is a very action-packed, like 20 episodes. A lot does happen. Like, I don't know, for the next stretch, I'm pretty sure, like, certain episodes could probably be summed up in, like, 3 note points, and they're probably, like, there's not a bunch of little cool things that I want to think, so I think this might just correct itself in the next one, or it might not. Again, I'll have to finish listening through the whole thing, to see if I want to pull back from notes, but I feel like we kind of go on this cycle where it's, like, lots of notes, no notes, lots of notes, no notes, and it's like, should a discussion really be as in-depth as possible? Does the length end up hurting it? It just depends. We got 9 comments. The comments on this video did disappear for a little while. Some of these comments we can't scroll down and look at because they've got some spoilers. There's one where me and Heath were just bawling. We were just laughing so hard about something very funny that Elite RE said, that in retrospect will be very funny. But we will not get a payoff on this joke for at least a year, I think. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Maybe more if I don't end up watching all my Naruto episodes this month. But don't worry, I'll definitely be doing that. We love the great Naruto here. But true. I think that was what I wanted to say about this silly video. Oh my god, a Succession character tier list. Now, is this a tier list? Oh yeah, it is literally just we're showing the tier list. So who cares about the reasoning? You just want to judge it. Oh my god, we have Jess at number 1. That's cute. We all like Jess, even though she's not really a character. Now we've got Kendall at number 1. Obviously, Kendall is the worst of the siblings, the least interesting, and the worst one. So, you know, what the hell is this? And obviously, Shiver's the best one because she's a girl. Tom is an overloved character. You know, he can go an A tier. We don't really like Tom that much as people do. Now, I think this is like Roman. Where is Roman? Why? We're making a statement here by having Roman in B tier. Pretty cool. Now, also, this is weird. We here for you. Oh, that's like a joke. That's about like them spying on people. That's weird. Obviously, Roman should be at the top. Obviously, Logan Roy is the best character in the show. As Elite RE said, he is the Tywin Lannister of this show. Now, Uncle Ewan is pretty funny. Jerry is pretty good. Roman's girlfriend, she was pretty fun when she was around. She wasn't around too much. Stewie we like. Wait, no, this is Tom. So what's this guy's name? Oh my god, I'm forgetting things already. Tom and Frank? No, Frank's the old bald one. Greg, that's Greg. True, we don't like Greg that much. Carl is funny, kind of. Connor and Connor's girlfriend are kind of funny. Yeah. And then the rest of them are probably fine. Oh, yeah. Who's in the bottom here? Fuck off. We've got Raya, that's pretty funny. And then Stewie, no, not Stewie, the other one. And then the other one's daughter. Whatever, it seems like a fine tier list. I don't know why we're trying to be cooler with Roman. Oh my goodness, this is my great stream. We don't need this up. My god, CeeLo Pill has attacked me with chats. I live close to the beach and also like to walk there. Do you like to go at night time? Well, since I live like 2 hours away from the beach. Well, not really. I live like 40 minutes away from the beach, but a train ride is 2 hours to the beach. So, I'm definitely not getting the train back to where I live at night. So I don't think I've ever walked the beach at night, is where I'm trying to say. No, I have to do it at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, then get on the train to be home by 5 o'clock, so it's still not totally dark when I walk home, because if I do, I will be murdered. I don't live in a nice neighborhood, okay? That sounds like I'm going to stalk you. It's true, Silopil, it is. Somebody watch out for me. And he's got a poop emoji here. That's not very nice. I haven't watched the discussion yet. Did Ari source when the Kages came back? He said it was kind of cool, but he did really like that fight, so look forward to that. And we were saying soy face. And Trip is saying Greg. Don't worry, Trip, I figured it out. You got to break a few Gregs to make a Tomlet. Remember that funny line? Anyway. I swear I had other things to do on stream, but I don't frickin' remember. Oh my god, Succession out of context. This is going to be super funny, guys. Let's just watch a few clips before we get copyright hit.
Come all the way up.
Oh my god, it's just them saying lines.
Come all the way up.
Fuck you. I'm driving my grandpa down for Thanksgiving.
Oh, Greg, fuck your grandpa.
Yeah, okay, you're on.
He was on speakerphone. He was puking out of his eyes. He was eating a baby bird. This isn't long enough for them to be funny. You gotta have the full line, and you gotta have the full delivery, everybody. Alita, pretend you didn't hear that. Succession's a good show. Oh my god, Roger's best moments in Mad Men? Oh no, not the Burt moments. They're overrated. Oh my god, it's muted. It's not muted. But sometimes it's muted.
Thing. A lot of times in life, you get to do something, and you don't realize until it's over how much you enjoyed it.
This is
and
just
you
a
swear
Burt
that
thing.
the next time it comes around, you're going to remember that.
You're right. And I think I could work with you, too.
Work? No, Bert. I'm letting you go again.
And he gets very mad. This isn't that good of a scene either. Mad Men's the greatest show of all time. Don't judge it by that great scene. Now, Roger was being funny, so, his charisma is half the reason to watch the show. That brings me to my next point. I did rewatch 10 episodes of Mad Men in like a day, like a week ago. So that was pretty cool. And that was in preparation for my next big new video, which is going to be called The Scenes That Make Mad Men the Greatest Show of All Time. Now, I talked about this in my PowerPoint, so you might have already heard me go on about this. But this is the idea for the next video, and it's going to get 1 million views like that other Mad Men video. Don't worry. Now, oh my goodness, let's check in on Ordinary RE. Because let me tell you something, Witch Hat Atelier is a fucking, it's a bum. It's no good. It's a flop. Nobody's watching this shit show. Alita already got like 500 views. But Ascendance of Bookworm, that's the anime we should all be watching. Because that one got 15k views. Oh my god, it's got 1.6 now. But Alita, nobody cares about what Alita has to say if it's more than 5 minutes long, because look at this poor 100 meters thing. Now, I did watch this whole 100 meters review, and Alita said it was experimental, which sounded cool. And then he said some other things, but I already forgot them. Also, Alita was very worried that the cool stuff on the Grand Line was filler, but it wasn't filler, everybody. We can let Alita know. Also, we've got 200 views on this one. Alita is famous for One Piece nowadays. Our great Utena discussion. Did this get any comments I'm unaware of? But true, Ascendance of a Bookworm, I watched this whole video. Alita was complaining about visuals. That's all Alita ever does. And everybody rightfully told him off in the comments. They said, I don't think the first few seasons look bad. Crying emoji. And Alita just got owned repeatedly. I've seen enough isekai slop to know what quality is. True. And you know what quality is? It's this show about books, all right? This little girl, she wants books or something. She's going to read them. And she made shampoo with her isekai knowledge, I hear. I'm pretty sure, oh my god, let me remember. Nana Hoshi did that in Mushoku Tensei. I remember things. And apparently that anime's coming out this year, so can't wait for those discussions, huh? Not me. I could take them or leave them, frankly.
Absolutely enamored by
this. Alita is starting to become a caricature of himself, the compliments he'd be given these shows. He'd just be saying the same things over here with exacerbation, which he doesn't believe. But, the masses don't know that, so they're falling for it. There was 2 cool things about this. Also, Witch Hat Atelier, I read like the first chapter one time, so I'm never going to watch this anime. That would be disgusting. But also, this anime looked kind of cool. Alita made a good point in this video where he said when she was really kicking this guy to try and get away from him, that was really cool. And I said, that did look really cool, Alita. Maybe this anime has the source. The source. But also, I remember when she, killed her mother or something in this thingy. Or she's, frozen and she's got to learn magic to stop it or something. But all I remember is that this was just My Hero Academia. She wanted powers, she didn't have powers, how sad, and then she got the powers. So, you know, I already watched My Hero Academia. I don't need to watch this show. But also, everyone won't shut the fuck up about how good this manga is. They're like, oh my goodness, what a great show. Can't wait. It's pink. It's like the Dungeon Meshi people. That's what it reminds me of. Did Alita ever watch that Dungeon Meshi show? That seems like something you'd watch. But anyway, I don't know. I'll keep watching Alita silly videos on these anime, and that's how I'll keep up with them. I've basically seen all of Jujutsu Kaisen at this point. Oh, yeah, Black Rose Saga. No, Black Rose Saga sucks. We didn't like this one. And oh my goodness, we did get one comment. Thank you for your service. I was looking for this. How exciting. And we can look for what is to come in the future. Because, you know, we've got a whole nother arc to do. And I did watch 2 episodes, but I'm not saying nothing. Oh my goodness. Did anything else happen? Heath is shown up. I feel like, what's happened in the news? Oh my goodness. Iran is saved or something. Can you believe it, everybody? Now, it destroyed all my money I had in stocks for a second. That wasn't very cool. But we're not talking about that. I watched all these Innuendo Studio adventure game videos. And he put Obra Dinn only in A tier. So that was pretty lame. Obviously, it was the best out of these. And it made me want to play Telltale games. But other than that, I didn't learn too much. Well, I did learn some things. And I want to play that Outer Wilds game. You know, everybody really loves that game. They say it's the greatest game of all time or whatever. So we'll play that at some point. But again, I can't play anything right now because I can't stop thinking about my trip. So it's on the back burner. Now, what else was I saying? Oh, all I remember, if I'm thinking about like what's happened since I've streamed last, I remember something happened with Mother's Basement or something. There was AI in that bookworm thing. And we were all mad about it. And then he said something else about something else. He was getting in trouble for something on Twitter. And he is really engaging on Twitter, which is interesting. You'd think them types, you know, those people would all be on Blue Sky by now. But he's staying to fight the good fight, apparently. So that's always interesting. That's when the man gets mad. True, that Madman clip, that was true. Spoiler free, Kyle, do you like the new One Piece character design? I mean, that's it, right. There was the biggest One Piece reveal of all time or something happened. I saw it. It was a guy's face. And I said, that sure does look like a femboy. And then I moved on with my life. So, I don't know. I don't really have any strong thoughts on the great One Piece spoiler that just happened recently. Kyle, what's your favorite Balloons Tower Defense 6 tower? Good question. There's got to be a tier list for this. Tier maker. Hey, fuck off. Why is this website terribly optimized? Balloons Tower Defense. Yippee. Oh, also, I will take my microphone with me. So there is a potentiality we could do a stream that is as long as we want because I would be in a hotel room. Now, that's scary. What if I'm too loud and the hotel guests complain or something? Or what if I just don't want to speak in my hotel room? You know, that could be awkward or something. But otherwise, we could do like a 7-hour stream or something if I'm really bored. But we'll see. Balloon Tower, base towers, and all their upgrades. I don't know how much this is going to be. Oh my goodness. We'll just do the ones that are... This is way too... Oh, we got literally every update. We don't need literally every upgrade here. Wait, that's kind of true though. Actually, maybe I want to do this. So we got the monkey... No, but then like I'm just going to use this for all of them. Like this one... We love farming money, and we love buying those little things with the money so they will farm it for you. But let's just look. But even, like, this tower, I remember this one, and this tank is different to the other tank, and the other tank is good for the big balloon, the blimp things, but this is good for crushing singular balloons. So you need to usually put a camo detecting thing near this thing here, so you can get all the camo balloons that are on, like, level 98 or something, and there's just a string of them, and if you don't think about it, you will always die there if you haven't prepared for it. But, you know, there's too many here, so we're going to do a different one. Balloons Tower Defense difficulty, Balloons Tower Defense games. We love Balloons Tower Defense 3, that's the one I played when I was in, like, grade 3. So that's obviously the best one. We don't want maps, just give me the towers without 1,000 of them. Okay, so what the fuck is this one? This is like Druid or something? I don't remember caring for Druid too much. We got the monkey one. We love money here, so that's going in S. Now, the mages are pretty cool. You can do like a tornado thing. You can do like, there's some other things you can do. Like a big tempest, I think he becomes green or something. That was pretty cool. Now, the ships do look really cool. I'm pretty sure they're pretty useless, though. But I do like, whenever there's a water, you would want to make water. And remember that one map in Bloons Tower Defense 4 where in the right corner there was all the water, and it would be like your last line of defense was all the ships, and they would shoot the purple things, and it would like crush a bunch of balls at once. And you can make them flaming so they could beat lead ones. So if you're playing right and like on easy or something, you could start with one of these in the corner and still like win. It was crazy. Now these help you detect camo, but it's annoying that you need them, and I don't usually like doing them. But then in one of them, it has like a laser on the top that shoots things. So that's pretty cool. We like this guy now that I think about it. The sniper guy we like, you know, he's fun. He can be like overpowered in certain situations or really underpowered in certain other situations. So, you know, I think that's balance. Tack shooter, we like the tack shooter. You always put it in a little curve so it can so it fits. What you got to learn is that Bloons Tower Defense is not about efficiency. It's about aesthetic. And you got to make it look like how many loops there are on a track, right? You got to have, and there's little tight loops. No matter what the most efficient thing to put in that little tight loop might be, it's probably like a super monkey or something stupid. A tack shooter is going there because it fits right in. And that's perfect. And we love the great tack shooter. Now, tack shooters I liked even back in like Bloons Tower Defense 3, but they were useless. And then in like 4, they were really useful. And again, on that first one, there was like a bunch of bends like this, where it's going up and down. So you'd put them in the little middle parts here. And they all had to exactly line up, or what are you doing? We're just like deleting the save file if they don't all line up, or if you misclick, you just got to sell and rebuild them and you're losing monies, but that's okay. Now I got this guy. Now what happened with this guy? This is the base monkey. Now the base monkey's okay because in Bloons Tower Defense 3, there used to be this awesome spike catapult guy. And then for the rest of the games, they made this guy the spike catapult guy if you upgrade him. And he was never quite as strong, I think, ever again. So in that case, he's horseshit because he ruined my favorite guy. But he also is my favorite guy. And also, the 3 throw-in darts is like really strong at the beginning, and that's always fun to get. So maybe he's just okay. Is there any of these I don't like? I don't like the ice one. The ice one's a little annoying. But then he does the cool ice thing with like the spikes and stuff. That's pretty cool. We like the spike stuff. Anyway, wait, Kyle, where are you going? I'm going to New Zealand, CeeLo Build. But only for a few days, don't worry. Doing this tier list could be the 7-hour stream. That's true. We should just play Bloons Tower Defense for our 7-hour stream. Triple Dart Monkey is goated. Elite already knows what he's talking about. Now, we got this bomber guy, this cannon. And I don't know about this cannon. Again, in Bloons Tower Defense 4, he was pretty cool. The way, like, the mob destroyer thing looked where it was yellow, now that was cool. But, you know, we got all these other designs, and, you know, sometimes he's annoying, and, you know, but he's actually kind of cool. We'll put the Dart Monkey down here with the cannon guy. The Glue Gunner. Now, I'm a big fan of the Glue Gunner. You're going to put him at the beginning, he's going to spray them all, and they're all going to dissolve real quick, especially those ceramic balloons. Now, obviously, they look like little coconuts, is what I always used to call them, but obviously, they're supposed to be apricorns or something, but they call them ceramics, so I don't know what that means. Is that even what they are, the ceramic ones? Or is that the lead ones? No, the lead ones are called the lead ones. Should we play Bloons Tower Defense 1 on stream? That's a game. Bloons Tower Defense 2, little mid. 1 is cool because it's like primitive. 2 is like too close to almost being a real game that it's annoying that it's not. Now 3's a game, 4's a game. 5 I don't really remember that much because it's a lot like 6, but I played a lot more of 6, so. All of these are fine. We got the helicopter guy, he follows things around, he's really good. We got this guy. This guy kind of sucks and is annoying. We don't really like this guy, right? He just shoots in one place. That's no good. We don't like it. This is the druid guy. So I don't know. He like shoots 3 on his base form or something like he's one of these monkeys. He's kind of cool, I guess. This is the alchemist guy. I don't like the alchemist guy. He makes your other ones stronger with potions or something. Get your own thing, idiot. Spikes. I love this guy. Because, you know, you're always, before the spike machine was invented, you would always, like, if you thought a bad round was coming up, you'd go to the very back of the track, which is really stupid. You shouldn't do it at the back of the track. And you just click. And the bolding outlines would get stronger to show you that there's 3 million spikes there. And, you know, sometimes it would stop the last thing. And then this guy came in, and he did it for you. So that was epic. We love this guy. Why is the banana farm guy in number 1? We like the spikes guy. He's a number in S tier. This guy's kind of annoying too. Can you see how I don't like any of the new ones? Because Bloons Tower Defense was good before it was good. The monkey, this is another guy that used to be cooler than he is now. He did get that machine arm thing. Remember the machine arm thing? He does it like this. You can see that motion, right? And then he's got another one. Oh, the one that tracks and goes down the path. That's pretty cool too. I think we're putting the ninja guy up here. Now, he's not a ninja guy. He's a boomerang guy. This is my Australian brethren. The submarine, it gets rid of camo sometimes, but it's also a new one. And we don't like new ones. This Gatling gun guy was kind of cool because he makes the game like interactable. You show him where to shoot. So that was kind of cool. I feel like he was also cooler in some of the earlier games. We've got the great Super Monkey. Of course, the Super Monkey is the coolest guy. He has like laser eyes, and then he has plasma eyes, and then he's a sun god, and then you can even make him a sun temple. Now, that is flippin' crazy, brother. And, you know, that's some crazy shit. Now, Ninja, of course, we love the great Ninja Monkey. He can see the camo balloons, and he throws a bunch of stars really fast. So we love the great Ninja Monkey from Bloons Tower Defense 5 debut, I believe. Now, likewise, we also love the great flying one. The flying one is the coolest one. He does a little thing. He's always on your screen moving. He can become like this black plane. That was really cool. We like it when he becomes the black plane. And then sometimes he'll shoot like nuclear bombs at things. Oh, and he's got that ability. Now, abilities suck. I don't like having to click them all and knowing when to click them and having to strategize and stuff like that. I love not doing anything. I just want to watch it happen. That's the appeal of these games. So I don't like these abilities that I got to click on. But he does literally drop a nuke when you click on his thing, so that's okay, I guess. That's the definitive Bloons Tower Defense 5, 6 tier list, of course. What can you say? Wait, is there like Bloons Tower Defense 3? Oh, I'm not typing. Bloons Tower Defense 3. No, that's 2. We don't care about that one. Boyfriend to Death, Bloons Tower Defense 3. Popular. Oh, it's not loading. Anyway, what does chat have to say? Dart Monkey overrated as hell. Oh my goodness. CeeLoPill's arguing with the leader in chat. The ceramics are the light brown ones that have a lot of health. True, the coconut looking apricorn ones. And they make that noise. True, they do make that noise, but you best believe I'm playing all these games on mute. Spike looks so cool when you upgrade them fully. True. They're like little balls with spikes on them. That's pretty cool. This tier list is rubbish, mate. Don't you have 1,000 hours on Bloons Tower Defense 6? It was purely a tool for procrastination, all right? I didn't actually play that game, but it was terrible when I was doing it. Why is nothing coming up? I know you got Bloons Tower Defense 3. That's a real game. Bloons Tower Defense 3. Oh my goodness, there's nothing. Remember Minecraft Tower Defense? We used to play that in like grade 9 on the PC. That was pretty fun. Bloons Tower Defense, no, there's no balloon. Oh, I remember this game. You got this little balloons game. We were playing Rotate and Roll last time. But this is another game, these original balloons game where you had to shoot them and get them far. But we used to play that on Cool Math games too. So anyway, you know, I'm a genius. I know everything about Bloons Tower Defense. You know, you can't hate on me. I just be getting things right. Surely there's other things to talk about, you know. Surely we did some things. Surely there's some things to catch up on. Surely there's some video essay videos to watch. You know, Elite RE went live the other day. I don't remember what he did, but I'm sure it was very exciting and fun. Oh my god, how crocodiles survived the Ice Age. I actually already watched this video. Do you know that if you live in the water in the Ice Age, you know, it's like the warmest place, so that's why the crocodiles survived. And do you know there used to be even bigger crocodiles back in the day? That was crazy. Crocodiles are very scary. I don't like them, and I think we should kill them all. But anyway, I forgot I can't remove videos on here. Chainsaw Man Part 2, a critical diatribe. This is a reference to an old Digibro video. I bet this one will be fun. We love Chainsaw Man discourse. It's great. Top 20 video game stories of all time. This is this really popular video games guy. Let's just see which stories he has on there. Obviously, number 1, Last of Us Part 2. Number 2, Uncharted 4. Number 3, what's another good one? The Return of Obra Dinn. That was a pretty cool story. Number 4, Her Story. That was a pretty cool story. What other video games do I like, chat? I forget. Horizon, Jak and Daxter, Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum, Pokemon games. These games don't have stories. You know what I like in a video game? I love the great gameplay. You know, we don't like wasting time with this hissy-bissy, artsy-fartsy nonsense. We love gameplay here. Alita E didn't even watch this great video. Mr. Beast is what Karl Marx warned us about. That's like the greatest video title of all time, and Alita E disrespected it and didn't watch it. What we should do is we should go to the Alita E server and we should poach all the videos he didn't actually watch, because he's a little pussy, and we'll watch them for real. The world peace that shared through popular culture. There's a Caribou Coon video, and I didn't even think about it. I don't know about any of these other videos. You know, they seem boring on God for real. Oh my god, Chainsaw Man, though. Chainsaw Man discourse? Anybody down for some Chainsaw Man discourse? Did Alita E's video come back yet? Isn't it crazy that Alita E literally made his manga panels move and got claimed, and I just have them all stagnant in my one video and nobody came after me? Alita E's channel must be flagged or something. He's gonna die next time he does a great Chainsaw Man video. That subscriber count is like, he's subscribe botting. Now where's the great Chainsaw Man video? Let's sort by popular and see if it's back. It had like 70 something. I'm not seeing it. Alita E, what happened? Didn't you win your lawsuit? Do we have to do a Kickstarter for Alita E to be able to sue these fucking bastards? Oh my god, Tana2 is here again. Sort more anime on the Alita E GitHub website. Sort more. Oh, this is true. Alita E was gonna, he's teased this on one of his streams. That's AlitaE.com. What should we recommend now that we're here? We accidentally went here. What movies have we watched recently? Oh my god, I did recommend all my great favorite movies here. Alita E did not approve them, however. What's a new movie that I watched that Alita E should watch? Nuremberg? No, Alita E shouldn't watch that one. Joint Security Project? Maybe. There Will Be Blood? That's kind of boring. Alita E should watch Joint Security Area, right? That's what it was called. Yeah. Let's recommend this one for the great Alita E. Alita E needs to bring back the fucking wheel. It was the only reason any of us like him. And he's gotten rid of it. Now Alita E is linking the great GitHub in the thingy, because I can't find it on myself. Yes, I want to leave YouTube. Tana says, "Ayo, what's up, homie? How it going, Doug? Peace." Now, I think he means dog. And I'm going pretty good. I sound like Butters in that one South Park episode, you know. South Park's so funny. That's the greatest show of all time. We're very zoomed out here. But I'm reading chat, so leave me alone. Actually, I think that was everything. Or what that last week, I don't remember. What the frickin' hell? Silly Alita E hasn't given us an update on his Chainsaw Man video yet, so I don't know what he's doing. Is this our first Thursday without a Chainsaw Man chapter review? Or was that last week? I don't remember. Whichever time it was, we should have mourned it, and we should have followed it up with a great Kagurabachi catch-up, but we didn't do it. That's upsetting. True, and I've read all of chat. My Chainsaw Man video isn't back yet. Why, Alita E? I thought it was like 5 days or something. That was a lot of days ago. Though actually that might have been when you streamed, well, that was nearly a week ago. Alita E's going to stream tomorrow. Oh my god, my great stream. So I'm going to be 2 hours ahead of Alita E. That's crazy. I'm going to call into Alita E's stream tomorrow. I'm going to be so bored. Maybe. I don't know. Let's not make any promises. So Alita E, what Alita E could do with this, and I think you don't even have to do another thing, is the best possible tool you could ever make is to like take from your watch list on Mal, and you have to do this thing where you choose, and you choose the next anime you want to watch. That's a genius idea, but we could literally just do it right now if we figured out a bunch of anime that people want me to watch. This is actually a good idea. Everybody suggest anime, and I'll put them through the thingy, and we'll make an order of which order I should watch them in or something. It could be fun. Can you IRL stream solo clubbing in BZ and in NZ? Maybe. Depends how the weekend goes. You know what I'm saying? But true. Hold on. We were doing something before this or something. Let's get through these. No. I just want to see what the fucking... Oh, Final Fantasy VI. I bet that has the coolest story. Honorable mentions. Let's check out the honorable mentions. We'll listen to this.
I need to acknowledge...
Oh my god, Journey. I played Journey, but whatever, I didn't like it.
In no particular order. Shadow of the Colossus, for bringing minimalist storytelling into the mainstream while still feeling utterly epic. Dark Souls, for refining environmental storytelling to a state of such perfection that hundreds of other games are indebted to it. Portal 2, for delivering some of the sharpest comedic writing in gaming while never...
Portal's lame. I don't like puzzle games. Also, I don't like robots.
letting it detract from its apocalyptic atmosphere. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, for
the people love this game. At the end of the game, all the guys you killed throughout the game, like, walk at you or something.
pulpy Cold War spectacle with one of the most heartbreaking tales of sacrifice that you will ever hear. Hellblade:
Heartbreaking.
Senua's Sacrifice, for evoking the realities of
True.
psychosis in a way that only an interactive medium could. Mass Effect 2, for crafting one of the
The
strongest
people love Mass Effect.
ensemble casts in gaming and perfecting the character-driven loyalty mission structure. Red Dead Redemption 2, for delivering one of the most meticulous,
I thought that was going to be on the list for real.
crafted and emotionally resonant character studies in Arthur Morgan. The Walking Dead Season 1, for
When I'm going on my great trips, you know, into the city and onto the coast, I'm always going to malls. I love going to malls. And when I'm going to these malls, I'm looking for two shops. I'm looking for CEX or whatever. Now, that's a used game store where they have a bunch of old video games. I'm always going in there. And I'm always going to the great bookshops, QBD Books or whatever it's called. And you just go through and you just imagine, you just look at all the great things on the wall and say, I wish. And sometimes you buy something. I bought both Super Mario Galaxy games for like $24 and like $35 or something. And then I think I bought something else, but I don't remember. But, you know, I'm always seeing there. I'm always see all the old GTA games, and I'm like, should I try and play every GTA game before that new game comes out? And of course, under that umbrella is the great Red Dead Redemption game, so I can be caught up and know what real gaming is. Now, I'm never going to do that, but, you know, I see those old games, and all those old GTA games, like $12 or something, because there's so many copies of them and stuff like that. It's very fun. But, this was a transition into talking about something. Oh, I keep trying to find God of War 2 so I can buy that one. Now, I'm not going to play these games. I just buy them, okay? Now, it's really cool. Just like I don't read any of these books. So I am one chapter into The Great Gatsby. Can you believe it? The Great Gatsby, he hasn't met The Great Gatsby. He just watched him be sad on his porch one time as he was looking at a green light. And that was like a metaphor or something. And that was pretty special. And he went to visit his, like, retarded cousin, who was like an idiot. And was talking about racial essentialism. And obviously this book was written in like 1920 or something. So, you know, that was a hot topic of discussion back then. But it's about like New York and stuff. The book was pretty good so far. So, you know, I'll keep you updated. You know, it's a little newer than Heart of Darkness. So, you know, the English is better. You know, it's more like normal speak. Like us and thingies. But every time, these fucking authors are so annoying. You read a paragraph, you're like, well, I don't know what that word means. And you got to look it up, and then you got to do the pronunciation thing to see how you're supposed to say it. And then you go, it means sad. And you're like, oh, wow. I'm learning from reading. But true. Now, why did I bring that up? Oh, because I don't play games and I don't read books, I just buy them. True. It's a very good point. The Eminence in Shadow. Oh, my God, let's write it down. The Eminence in Shadow. True. How do you spell Zensualiter? Put it in chat so I can copy it. Eminence. I should get up my Excel thingy. It probably has a bunch of them. It literally has a bunch of them. I'm trying to get it up here. But also, we're trying to find out what the greatest video game stories of all time are.
2, for delivering one of the most meticulously crafted and emotionally resonant character studies in Arthur Morgan. The Walking Dead
We
season
love character studies. Have you ever just sat back and pondered what a great character study is? You know, you're just studying a character. You know, character studies.
1, for telling a devastating
That's
story
like
about
special
responsibility and
stuff.
sacrifice through a player-driven
True. Now this is a video game we got to play.
choice. What remains of Edith?
You know what? One day I'm gonna pop up on stream and I'm gonna say, I just read the first 10 volumes of the Walking Dead graphic novel. That's gonna happen one day. Back in the day, this is like 2016. I was watching there was this one YouTube channel that would just recap manga. And I remember watching the recap for the Uprising arc and being like, I don't remember any of this shit happening, bro. So it was probably like 2017 or something. So that was crazy. But also I was listening to all these recaps of the Walking Dead comic, and this was the coolest thing ever. These guys were like pretending to be zombies, and like it made you think that the zombies had gotten smarter, but it was just guys pretending to be zombies. And then Negan went out and he like had to befriend the guys that were pretending to be zombies, or actually he was killing them all or something. And it was like crazy or something. I was like, this seems cool. So, you know, for 10 years, that's been simmering in the back of my mind. And every once in a while, I say, if I knew a good website that had high-quality thingies, we would be reading that. We got to read some comics. We're going to read that Supergirl comic that the movie is going to be based on from Miller the Killer before that movie comes out. That great Supergirl movie. We all watched the great trailer on Elite stream. We can't wait to find out if that dog dies. Now, we've also got to read Watchmen. Now, we've already, Elite's already signed the contract for this one. We're going to read The Great Watchmen. We're going to watch The Great Watchmen movie. We're going to watch The Great Watchmen TV series. And that's the real appeal, because people really like that show. But also, some people think it's terrible and woke. I saw a black girl on the poster, so that can't be good. Now, and the third one is The Walking Dead, of course. Thank you for going on my little TED Talk of all the things that we should be, consuming, that we never will. with one you at the end. Zenshu. Oh my god, thank you, O'Leary. We'll get to that in a moment. Edith Finch, this is another video game I'm going to play one day. I think I already own this.
Styles to embody memory and family tragedy.
This is a walking sim. We love walking sims. Elidori, you should play this. If Elidori was still doing the wheel, we would put this on the wheel. Remember when Elidori played Gone Home and then never played Firewatch?
Only an interactive medium could. Killer 7 for its avant-garde take on global politics and its rebellion.
True. This is like a super weird game that like was in a video one time. That was about a bunch of super weird games.
Sense of style. Baldur's Gate 3 for constructing what I believe is the most interesting.
Boring. We're not playing this
narrative
one.
ever realized in a video game. And finally, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 for building a world destined to die and exploring what it means to create meaning when time itself.
Imagine if Attack on Titan sucked. That's what Claire Obscure Expedition is.
With all that
and
said,
French.
We can finally.
Oh my god, is that Sephiroth?
20 that, in my view, stand above the rest. These are the top 20 greatest video game stories. And
how many Final Fantasies are on here? If he's a little pussy-ass bitch, Chrono Trigger will be on here too. So hold on, let's make the list. So The Last of Us 1 is going to be on this list, and we're going to throw the fucking laptop out the window because that shows ultimate cowardice if you think that piece of fucking shitty game is better than the second one. Now, Uncharted 4 is not going to be on here because this guy obviously is lame and only likes what he thinks will make him look cool. So there's going to be a Metal Gear Solid game on here. Now, how many Final Fantasy games are going to be on here is a good question. 4, 6, 7, 10 perhaps? Maybe even 16. People like 16, but 16's too new and this guy wants to seem cool, so he's not doing that. 4 is just outdone by 6, I'm pretty sure, on the contemporary canon, so that's not going to be there. So I think it'll probably just be 6 and 7. Now, that's a funny joke. Now, also, Chrono Trigger will be on here, even though it doesn't deserve to be anywhere near here. Now, if I was to make the top 20 best stories, it would be number 5, because I played 3 video games, but that's besides the point. I can't believe he didn't put Claire Obscure on here. That just shows how tryhard he's going to be to have a bunch of old games on here. So, what else is going to be on here? We could see like an Inside or a Limbo on here. That could be funny or interesting, because those games barely have stories, you know, Lamau. Shadow of the everything he just said I would have expected to be on the list. So this is kind of crazy. What is Elden Ring going to be on here? Is that game of a story? I don't think so. I don't think any of the GTAs on here outdo Red Dead Redemption 2, right? One of the God of War is going to be on here, one of them. Actually, it depends. This guy could like hate Sony games, which is entirely possible. In that case, The Last of Us will be the only one on here. BioShock will be near the top. That's one that people like. He already threw a Mass Effect one in the honorable. This is crazy. Maybe this guy is a real guy because he's got some crazy ones.
This video contains no story spoilers for any of the games discussed, so you can watch safely.
Epic.
Number 20.
Nier Automata is definitely going to be on here. Lost Odyssey, never heard of it.
You could do in a video game is make your main character immortal. If you did that, where would the challenge be? What are the stakes? What would make that character compelling if their life can't be threatened?
True, I might watch
Number
this
19.
later.
Elden Ring.
Boom!
Ever
This
since
game
Demon's Souls in
sucks.
2009, the developers over at From Software have meticulously tried to perfect their storytelling
What, you just hired George to make a good story?
formula. Though all the stories they produced since then have been excellent, I firmly believe the greatest expression of their formula can be found in Elden Ring. While I don't believe it is overall as cohesive or thematically resonant as Dark Souls, it nonetheless comes close while simultaneously crafting a complex network of character arcs and political drama. What makes this achievement all the more remarkable, though, is how little of it is presented to the player directly.
I think Aliyah is probably going to have a chat in my chat room right now that says Elden Ring doesn't have a story. What's this guy talking about? Or something, Lamau.
It would take multiple hours of lore dumps and cutscenes to set up these storylines. Most of it is relegated to the background for the player to discover for themselves via item descriptions, environmental clues, and obscure NPC dialogue. The result is a story that fans have been obsessed with trying to piece together for the past 4
people in these Soul games. It's
years.
retarded.
And just like on an impermanent ravaged by plague, Upley Gaming's
Oh, this I heard of this game.
Number
Pathologic.
18, Pathologic 2. Set in a dying town ravaged by plague, you play a doctor racing against time to save as many people as possible before the inevitable collapse. From the beginning, the game makes one thing painfully clear: you will not save everyone. Every day is
like a
brutal exercise.
diorama. Anyway, I've heard of this game. Doesn't seem too cool. I don't like the menus.
Taken collectively, Pathologic 2 ends up being one of the most uncompromising visions in the gaming media.
I don't. Oh, actually, first of all, there could be a Hollow Knight game on here, which would be funny. Secondly, there's going to be the text-based ones, like Citizen Sleeper might be on here, but probably just the Somebody in chat keeps trying to get me to play the fucking game. What the fuck is it called? Stupid thingy, you know? You know that game? Anyway, let me read chat. You listing anime? I've got one, Beastars. I have been getting through it recently. It's not some high school furry fantasy too. It's fascinating about the animals suppressing their nature, but in a civilization. I do know a little bit about Beastars, but that would probably be a manga I would read, so I don't know. 6-7, true, 6-7, true. Elden Ring has a cutscene at the beginning explaining the story. Did you like that cutscene, Illyri? Is it the 19th best video game story of all time?
As it is bizarrely beautiful, and will leave its scar long after the suffering.
Why hasn't anybody told me the game? The game, it's like an isometric game. There's lots of of text in it. It's like the greatest game of all time or something.
Science.
It's going to be in this
17,
video.
Spec Ops: The Line.
True, we do like Spec Ops: The Line. Spec Ops: The Line is like about how you're evil for playing video games with shooting in them. And you do like
This
war
game might be
crimes in
responsible
this
for launching
game.
more video essays
True. And there's like the Sauron Tower.
than any other video game ever made, which is appropriate given that the book it is based on, Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, has
True, you know, I kind of read half that book, and also, you know, I kind of like watched the movie Apocalypse Now.
fueled hundreds of thousands of academic essays for over a century. As a literary adaptation, Spec Ops: The Line modernizes the descent into madness illustrated in gun in any other game without at least a moment of hesitation. Few games leave that kind of psychological imprint
Shooting
on their
people is
players, and that
bad.
is precisely why this game still matters. Number 16, Terranigma. There are few works of art that have
I've never even heard of this game. It's a
made me
Super
feel as grateful to be
Nintendo
alive
game.
as
This is epic.
Terranigma. That is a remarkable accomplishment for a game that was released in the Super Nintendo era, a time when games were often dismissed as lesser art, if they were considered art at all. The game is one long meditation on the miracle of existence. You play a character named Ark.
See, it kind of seems cool, but it's like medical existence, bro. True.
Classic game so fun in the first place. Terranigma is a wholehearted embrace of life for all its beauty and its faults, and it holds up over 3 decades later.
Oh my god, it's
Number
like
15, The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt.
we don't
While The
care
Witcher
about
3
The
central
Witcher. The
narrative is
Witcher's
solid,
lame. Oh my god, The Last of
monsters
Us
aren't
1.
monsters,
Did you see The
humans
Last
are
of Us 1
worse,
is next?
Geralt, caught between those two
Last of
worlds,
Us 1
must decide
fucking sucks. Sarah's a dumb bitch, and I'm glad she's
The Last
dead.
of Us. This is arguably the most recognized game on this list. It not only helped shape the direction of AAA game development
True.
for
We hate popular
the next
games.
decade and a half with its cinematic presentation and technical polish, it also broke beyond the boundaries of the medium and had massive success with its television adaptation. But what is it about the original story that made it resonate at such a level? If I had to summarize it in a word,
It's
it
for
would be discipline.
losers?
By that, I mean the game refuses to sprawl beyond what it needs to say. It narrows its focus to two people trying to
True, and the problem with the second one is it was just too ambitious, guys.
survive the apocalypse, and then does everything it can to make the bond they form feel as natural as possible. The affection between the characters of Joel and Ellie is built slowly and imperceptibly, through shared trauma and occasional humor rather than dramatic declarations. And it's in that slow transformation that the story finds its
True.
universality, because few bonds are as widely understood as that between a parent and a child. And there are few things that one wouldn't do to protect
True.
the other, even in the apocalypse. But once that attachment has taken root, the story refuses to protect either the characters or the player from the cruel choices that life often forces. In the game's final moments, a decision is made that is loving yet selfish, understandable yet indefensible all at once. But most importantly, it is disturbingly relatable. It reflects a darkness within us that we would rather not. Soma.
You're just like Joel for real. Soma, this is a
common theme that you'll see
game.
throughout the games on this list is existential philosophy, just like with my channel. But none of them
True,
embody
we
existential
love
horror quite like Soma
philosophy.
does. The game is
But
built
true,
around
this
this
is a scary
video game
space
history,
game.
one that will leave you questioning whether the conscious games have placed as much faith in
This
the
is the game I was talking about, Disco Elysium, you idiots. I expected it to be number 1.
written word as Disco Elysium. This game features no combat encounters,
Lots of reading in this game. How about nah?
no bombastic action sequences. Your primary weapon is conversation, and you have to learn to use
We don't like
ideology
talking.
and civilization. Something transcendent might still endure, and perhaps we owe it to ourselves to witness that miracle. God, out of all the iterations of this,
Oh my god,
Fantasy-
Final Fantasy Tactics is crazy. I
Tactics.
didn't even know this game had a
In
story.
your typical Final Fantasy game, you gather a cast of lovable characters to go kill a tyrannical god. Out of all the iterations of this time,
There's no way this is the only one on here, right?
the story of Final Fantasy Tactics rises above the rest for multiple reasons. First, the game's script has a level of
Are you talking about Mother? No, Heath. I was talking about Disco Elysium.
brevity and precision that would impress Shakespeare. And I'm not even exaggerating. Speaking of Shakespeare, if you play the War of the Lions version, or the most recent Evilise Chronicles version, the script is written with the old school literary flair and cadence of Shakespeare. Some of the villains literally speak in iambic pentameter, which is awesome. Best of all,
I'm not playing those lame games. I'm playing the PS1 version.
though, is that the dialogue never becomes impenetrable. It preserves the beauty and gravity of Shakespearean language without alienating the player. On top of this, the story
I hate
release of the
Shakespeare.
Evilise
He's a
Chronicles version on
pussy.
all platforms, there's no better time to experience this masterpiece than now.
Oh my god, advocating for people to play the remake? This guy's
Number
gross.
10, The Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2.
True, people like the Legacy of Kain.
There are a few hills that I'm willing to die on when it comes to gaming, but one of them is that dialogue in video games peaked with the Legacy of Kain franchise. Though all 5 of the primary games in the franchise tower above the
That's a
competition in this
weird
regard,
sell.
I firmly believe that the quality of the dialogue finds its greatest expression in Soul Reaver 2.
Oh my
Continuing the
god,
themes
he's got
established in White
question
Omen,
marks, so we can't
this
skip
gaming
and
has ever
see.
come to classical tragedy. I'm a character to learn about Ayn Rand's objectivist philosophy.
Oh
and
my god, Bioshock, I told
I
you.
listened to the album Anthem by Rush, greatest band in Canadian history. Outside of that, Bioshock did an equally, if not superior, job. At a glance, the game appears to be a straightforward critique of objectivism. Andrew Ryan's Underwater City of Rapture.
True, we love
Number 8,
objectivism.
Deus Ex. The story of Deus Ex
True, you get to like choose what you want to do. This is like the first, what do you call those games? Interactive sim or something?
framed the course of the 21st century before the 21st century began. All the way back in the year 2000 when the game released, it was talking about how things like terrorism and pandemics would be used
True, just like Serial Experiments Lanes predicted the whole future.
and think twice before pulling the trigger. Number 7, Metal Gear Solid 2. Sons
I
of
knew
Liberty.
one of them was going to be here.
If any of you doubted my attempts to be unbiased with this list, Metal Gear Solid 2 is my all-time favorite video game, and yet I still put 6 games above it. What can I say that I and millions of others have
True,
always...
this guy's a genius. This guy's
Number
so
6,
unbiased.
Fallout New Vegas.
True, you get to choose what happens in this game. There's like a Roman guy. I watched a H-Bomber guy video about this game.
It is so
one time.
enduring. It doesn't ask you
Oh my
who's
god, is this... Oh no, I thought this was Final Fantasy VII.
right.
for
It
a
asks you
second.
who is the least wrong. And even after you make your choice, the game never fully assures you that you chose wisely. Number 5, Planescape Torment. For my money, the greatest writer in the history of the video game medium
I've never even heard of this one.
is Chris Avellone. He is responsible for much of the dialogue in games like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, Pillars of Eternity, and almost all of the DLC in the aforementioned Fallout New Vegas.
Star Wars
But
isn't
easily,
good.
in my opinion, his masterpiece is Planescape Torment. The story of this game was written as both an embrace of the world of Dungeons & Dragons, as well as a critique of its traditional
Look at all this text and this... You can't play a video game with a mouse.
conventions.
This is
Instead of a story centered around
embarrassing.
saving the world while fighting dragons and finding the best, what can change the
It does
nature of
look
the man?
old, though,
And the
so
answer you
that's cool.
choose won't just define the character, it will define the capable of telling stories no forever.
Also, there's no way there's a God of War game on this, right?
Number 4, Outer Wilds.
Oh my god, we don't want spoilers
If
for
there is a
Outer
single
Wilds.
game-
This is the game I was talking about before.
That proves video games are uniquely capable of telling stories no other medium can. That game is Outer Wilds. Within the game's opening moments, you understand a few things very quickly. The game gives you a whole solar system to explore.
I don't even want to see
And in
this.
doing
I'm going
so,
to play
I
this
understood that
fucking
all
game.
endings, even the annihilation of the universe, are simply part of the eternal story, and I could learn to accept it all with gratitude. Number 3, Silent Hill 2. I said before that
Oh, Silent Hill 2,
Spec Ops:
that's
The
a
Line might be
scary
responsible for
game.
more analysis than any other game, but if there was a serious contender for that title, it would be Silent Hill 2. The power is forgetting.
More analysis than any other video game.
That message is what
I think the most analyzed video game is probably a Pokemon game or something.
makes Silent Hill 2 the most psychologically devastating story that the medium has ever produced.
No, that's
Number 2,
crazy.
Xenogears.
Oh my god, Xenogears? This is a cool
No game
game.
has ever aimed higher than Xenogears, both in its scale and its depth. It is not
True, they
so
tried to make a
huge.
platformer and an JRPG and a turn-based game and something.
Nonetheless, in its unfinished state, Xenogears somehow feels immaculate. Its story spans thousands of years, covering
It's
subjects
a PS1 game, so it's obviously good.
like the nature of God, the nature of consciousness, reincarnation, this much intellectual respect. It refused to shrink its
It's
ideas to fit the
intellectual,
medium, and in doing so,
guys.
it showed what the medium is truly capable of.
Alright, what's number 1? I don't even know.
Number
I got
1,
no guesses.
Nier Automata.
Oh,
Nier Automata
true.
earns the number 1 spot
I played like half this game.
because it feels complete in a
Don't go flat. I want to do the Elite RE thing.
way that no other game does. It takes the qualities
True, you like have to delete your save or something, and it's like cool. It's like Doki Doki Literature Club or something. Anyway, I was playing Outer Wilds, but then I gave up when I had to fly a ship. I was completely lost. Now that's upsetting. I gotta learn how to fly ships if I want to play this game. This guy sounds like Hank Green. He's just as intellectual, that's what I'll tell you. Zen Shu. What other anime do we want? We're not putting Beastars on the list. We're overruling Tanner. Now, what other? Oh, I was getting up my great Excel spreadsheet where I have a list of 1 million anime that I want to watch. Look at all these animes. Kill la Kill, Sunny Boy. How do we get the Devilman movies to pop up? We probably can't. Gun Grave. Visions of Escaflowne. Can I just put Lotus War? Do you think it'll get it? Maybe. If it doesn't, I don't care. Carbonaria of the Iron Fortress. I hope this is spelt right. K on. Oh, this one's pretty cool. Fooly Cooly. Now that's an anime we gotta watch. Fooly Cooly. Karakano. Karakano's just gonna win. But I'm not gonna watch it. Golden Boy. It's like 6 episodes or something. Space Battleship Yamato. I don't know if we need to put that one on there. Space Runaway Ideon. Now that's like Evangelion, but like from the 70s. Brigadoon. Now that's a fucking anime. Dirty Pair. That must have been some sort of funny thing. Card Captor Sakura. We're in the Utena spirit, so we got to watch Card Captor Sakura next. It's Sakura. We love Sakura. City Hunter, Bubblegum Crisis, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, You're Under Arrest, Slayer. These are all kind of weird anime. Toradora. We'll put that one on there. We like Toradora. We only want contenders on here. Odd Taxi, Ranking of Kings, Sunny Boy again. That's pretty epic. Bochi the Rock. Now that's one we should put on here. Me and Elite are supposed to do that one sometime. Shield Hero, ReZero, Slimy Sakai, Kainosuba. None of these guys. Darling in the Franxx. That seems like a cool show. Not really, but you know, we gotta put it on. Are you watching The Winner? No, Miller. We're just seeing. It's just an intellectual exercise. Haruhi Suzumiya. You better collect it just from the name. Because I'm not typing out melancholy. I don't know how to spell it. Melancholy is actually pretty easy to spell. But I couldn't do it. Suzumiya. Inferno Cop. Panty and Stocking. I don't care about Inferno Cop or whatever. Panty and Stocking, maybe. Where's the and? I don't see it nowhere. There it is. Anything else? Anything else? We need one more. One more. What is this list based on? Anime I might want to watch. You know, there's some other ones, and you know, there's some other ones, and then, you know, there's some other ones, and then. That's it. We're doing these ones. Fetch anime. 22 titles. This is crazy. Did we get them all? I wonder. Oh my god, Space Runaway Idion's right there. What is it? Oh, that's Karakano. Oh my god, I got Suzumiya. I don't want to watch that panty and stocking anime. Oh my god, I forgot it zooms in so much. Wait, I just clicked one. And I think it was the wrong one. Is there an undo button? Yeah, I don't want Darling in the Franxx over Escaflowne. Escaflowne is literally the one I'm going to watch next. K-On! Or Sunny Boy? I don't know. I tried K-On! Like last year and gave up on it. Surumir or Kag... I want to watch this Attack on Titan ripoff one. Card Captor... I just got rid of Heath's favorite in the first round. Card Captor Sakura is going to win this one. Toradora, or I guess this is probably Eminence in Shadow. I mean, Illyri really likes this one, so I want to watch this one. Oh, Lotus War or Idion. Probably Idion. Bocchi the Rock or Fooly Cooly. Fooly Cooly 6 episodes. Zenshu or Kill la Kill. I kind of do want to watch Kill la Kill. I don't know why, but recently I've been getting the feeling. I think it's probably because I think it's like a Utena for some reason. But it's 20-something episodes. I bet Zenshu is probably... This Zenshu show seems pretty cool, but we're going with Kill la Kill. Golden Boy versus this one. This one's like Black Lagoon, so we like that one. Gungrave or Brigadoon. This one has the greatest AMV of all time. This one has a cool Shapes video. But this one is like Berserk and Cowboy Bebop mixed into one, and it's also a video game. And this one's got a mech that's going to kiss this little girl. Damn it, this is hard. Gungrave, I think. Karakano, poor Escaflowne. Karakano is an Anno classic that I haven't seen yet. Of course it's going to win this whole thing. Sunny Boy, I don't think you understand. I really want to watch this Attack on Titan ripoff anime. Suzumiya or Sunny Boy. I saw this Shapes video. I don't want to watch this fucking show. I don't want to watch those episodes, Heath. I'm sorry. Doesn't seem fun at all. K-On's probably fine. Card Captor Sakura, I saw the footage in that old B video. It looks really cool. But it's like Monster of the Week. Eminence in Shadow. No, this one's cool. Toradora. I don't like Panty and Stocking. I don't know why I included it. Fooly Cooly or Idion. Idion's like cool. I've seen it. Fooly Cooly's cool. I've seen it. Bocchi the Rock is probably cooler. I like this Black Lagoon looking one. Sunny Boy's like 6 episodes. And I saw a Booby Girl in it one time. Now this has Booby Girl, but the Booby Girl is like 14. I remember this being like a teacher or something. So, you know, we got to give it to the legally aged girl. Karakano or Gungrave, we're going with Karakano. Escaflowne or Gungrave, we're probably going Escaflowne. But Gungrave wins here. Brigadoon wins here. We ain't got time to get through all of this, huh? I want to watch this dumb Attack on Titan ripoff. Sunny Boy's probably cool. Card Captor Sakura is probably cool. Eminence in Shadow is probably cool. K-On! Is probably not as cool as that one, but it is cooler than that one. Suzumiya, I guess, can beat that one. I want to watch this Black Lagoon anime. I want to watch Idion. I want to watch Fooly Cooly. I want to watch Bocchi the Rock. I want to watch... Lotus War is one I'm going to watch, so I'm like fucking it over here. Kill la Kill. Zenshu. Karakano. Escaflowne. Gungrave. Silly Attack on Titan anime. Brigadoon. Sunny Boy. Sakura. Eminence in Shadow. Toradora. K-On! Darling in the Franxx over Suzumiya. Karakano is going to win the whole thing. Spoilers. And then the Black Lagoon anime is going to get second. And then... The worst thing about Idion is that this mech looks like it's old, and I don't like how the mech looks. And it doesn't look old like it's Gunbuster, it looks old like it's pre-Gunbuster. But everything else in the show looks really cool. But they've got this dumb mech in the poster, so it's put me off. Fooly Cooly, I guess. Bocchi the Rock, I guess. This one, 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 I guess. Oh my goodness, that happened so fast. So at least we don't watch Panty and Stocking, it sucks. We don't want to watch Suzumiya, it sucks. Darling in the Franxx is whatever. K-On! I already tried it. Toradora, that's probably pretty cool. Lotus War, we are going to watch. This is Eminence and Shadow. It didn't do too good. Cardcaptor Sakura, that show looks really cool. You can't be lying to yourself. Sunny Boy, that show looks pretty cool. You can't be lying to yourself. Zenchu, that show looks really cool. You can't be lying to yourself. Kill la Kill, I should probably watch. Golden Boy is a funny show. I like funny shows. Brigagoon looks really cool, and it had that one Shaves video. Bochi the Rock, that one time I saw a clip where she becomes like a bowling pin or something. That was crazy. We've got this Attack on Titan ripoff that I want to watch. We've got Fooly Cooly, which we need to watch. You know, why haven't we watched it yet? Space Runaway Idion, why haven't we watched it yet? It's like Evangelion or something. Gungrave is like a Berserk and Cowboy Bebop or something. Escaflowne, we're supposed to have already watched it, but I watched Utner instead. This was like Black Lagoon, and it was in that AMV that one time. And this is Hideaki Anno Classic. So, oh my goodness, what a funny exercise. Bro, who's gonna watch the AOT ripoff before real AOT? I'm not watching that shitty AOT anime. That shit sucks. You don't have to watch all of them. Really? It's the most freeing thing anybody's ever said to me. This shit takes way too long. It didn't actually take too long. I thought we were gonna have a way more, but you know, it was fine. Remember when we could link YouTube videos and car streams? Can we not do it anymore, or can... Wait. No, I think you need a shield to do that. Should we give Miller the Killer a shield? This is a dangerous power. Oh wait, I can't do it on my phone because I'm not logged in. And right now I'm not logged in on this account either, so... Miller the Killer can never ever link a link, so that's upsetting. You gotta DM it to Heath, and then Heath can put it in. I'm taking a drink around here. Leader E supposed to cover for me when I do that. 20%? We got plenty of time to listen to the Chainsaw Man A Critical Diatribe. Do I know this channel? I feel like I recognize this channel name. Is there going to be an Attack on Titan video on this channel? Oh, the final argument. We know this great channel. Ranking every death in The Sopranos. Spoiler alert, we can't watch that. Leader E's in the crowd. Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen. Why did Eren do the rumbling? Too stupid? He was pretty stupid, on God. Can you believe that guy? Oh. Anyway. True, I looked down to see if there was a link yet, but you know, the communication channels, you know, they're just too far and wide. You got to be pretty exclusive to be able to link me something. Anyway, do you think this is a funny video?
Chainsaw Man Part 2. It is better to have loved and lost than to not love at all. I was Chainsaw Man's strongest soldier for as long as I can remember. I've read Part 2 weekly since it came out.
True, just like Elite RE, he was defending it every week, and then he was disgusted by the ending. It's very upsetting. Talk about trending topics and current events. Remember when Donald Trump said he was going to end a civilization? That was pretty cool. And then he got a great deal. But apparently the deal's already off. Can you believe it? Israel was bombing things, and that's not good. So that means oil prices are going to go up. And for whatever reason, my military stock went down too. But I think, because they always send you emails. Also, I got like $1 in a dividend from some pharmaceutical company, because, you know, I'm making big moves out here. Now, also, the... oh, don't worry, my favorite military account or whatever... I think it's because they got a new CEO or something. There was a change in leadership. I only read the top of the email. You can't expect me to read the whole thing. But I am down to like only $200 in profit in my whole venture, so that's not very good. And that's all Donald Trump's fault. Now, what else is a trending topic, Elitery? I'm a stronger Chainsaw Man Part 2 soldier, if you say so. Oh my god, Miller the Killer is linking me a video. I just saw it on my phone. Oh my god, that's an old Naruto thing. We've got to get this up. I hope he has a timestamp. I guess I'll put the tree animated on here. Oh, wait. Miller, is that... Alita, cover your ears, because it's a link to one of my old Naruto discussions, and Alita and Miller says, are you going back on your word? So, I don't know. It's probably me saying I'm going to finish One Piece or something. But let's check what I said. There's some big changes from the manga in the anime that I don't think anybody talks about ever. I think people just assume that like Dragon Ball, like the Naruto manga and anime are identical, when they're really not. There are some pretty significant differences. How the fuck would I know? Like the fact that like the Jiraiya flashback stuff doesn't happen in the manga until like the first... Elitery, you better be covering your ears. The first time you see Nagato, Conan, and Yahiko's childhood is when Nagato explains it to Naruto at the end of the arc.
There's not there's 2 episodes in the anime where it's like the tale of Gutsy Jiraiya or whatever, and it's this whole backstory. Some of it must happen in the pain battle, I think, because I didn't check those chapters of the manga, but it's different than how the anime does it. Also, things flow way better in the manga. This is obvious, especially the end of the episodes that I watched here. There's like full episodes that are just flashbacks with Team 7. There's one for Sakura and Sasuke, as Sakura is trying to make her way to Sasuke, and then there's one with Naruto and Sasuke, but there's like a non-filler scene at the start and end of the episode, so you have to watch it if you want to keep up.
I don't remember any of this. And I don't know what Miller the Killer's point is, and frankly, I've listened to this nonsense for far too long. Also, I think I still have the thing up, so you couldn't even see that the whole time, which is probably good, because Aliri didn't even accidentally see an image. So Miller the Killer, I don't understand what the point of that was, but true. The manga is better. I always tell Miller that his manga sucks when we're arguing, so. You said that you'd definitely read the manga next time. I'm not reading the shitty Naruto manga. I'm watching the great anime with the great voice acting with the great Alidari. So, Alidari is not a stronger Chainsaw Man soldier, but that's what we've learned here today.
Throughout my time in high school, I read it every single week, talked about it every single week, and made my analysis every single.
High school? What is this guy, 3 years old? Dating Denji. Justice Devil. Oh my god, is this like a bunch of things that were unresolved?
Part 2 opens up with Bucky, class chicken that they're supposed to befriend and later eat. The teacher says this is to understand how precious life is, but I think this is supposed to draw familiarity between.
Oh no, this is like broken. This is like a full thingy review. This is like the Justice Devil arc, the Dating Denji arc, the Falling Devil arc, the Chainsaw Man Church arc, the Aging Devil arc, the War Devil, the finale. Is Fujimoto the worst? We'll see. Let's skip to that part. True, this great video of Fujimoto.
I want to take some time in this section to talk about
Fujimoto, that great video we always play.
The writer, and how this part was written. We all know the infamous quote, if Hitler had Fujimoto's PR, we would all be Nazis today. This gets truer and truer by the day, I fear. Fujimoto has literally shot on a plate in this ending, and people are genuinely celebrating it. To me, it doesn't seem like Fujimoto wanted.
I know one person that was celebrating, and the great god that is something took that video down, so we didn't have to see it. It was terrific. Car, what if you just started reading from the next One Piece chapter? It'd be funny. I mean, every fiber of my being wants to do that. So, Miller, don't tempt me.
I wanted to write a plot this time around. It just seems like you wanted to fuck off and do.
If they announced it had like 6 months left, I mean, there's no way I'm not reading the One Piece chapter when the One Piece chapter happens. But I'll be caught up by then. You know, I'll get motivated. I'll watch a YouTube video or something, and then I'll catch up, okay?
Do whatever. So, because it feels like that, I think it's best to quickly compare part 1 to part 2. When it comes to the side characters, Himeno is infinitely better written compared to anyone we see.
That is another thing. It's like, if George Shadow drops the wins a winner, well, I'm sorry, Ariane, but I'm not going to be reading any chapters in sequence. We got to read this new book. How am I going to watch all the Preston videos?
In part 2, Yoshida is not a real character because the writer
Thank God I won't have to worry about that one, huh?
In a kawaii design, Fumiko is an expedition chimp, and nobody even remembers Yugo. Himeno always captivated me as a character. Her backstory, motivations, and dynamics were conveyed in an incredibly efficient way. Her death is able to be cathartic despite the limited time we spend with her. Because
Himeno, this is my reaction to Himeno.
Fujimoto made sure we understood the character and why she was a character. When it comes to everyone in part 2 that isn't one of the 2 main characters, they are effectively all plot devices with extra flair. Yoshida's friendship with Genji literally got off screen, meaning he could have been.
Man, I wish I was a plot device. Then I would have some purpose in this narrative we call life. But we're not all so fortunate. Bro, it's literally Zoro versus Emu next chapter. Get on that shit. I don't give a fuck about some lame-ass fight with this bitch-ass Zoro. Tell me when he dies. Then that'll be cool. True, crazy how part 1 had side characters. Now, part 2 has so many side characters, you don't even remember half
literally
of them.
Anyone. It didn't need to be Yoshida. It could have been a new person. Fumiko could have also been anyone. Why should I care about Lil D or Fami except for my reader's knowledge that they're the horsemen and should be narratively important? The same idea goes into fights. There's not one fight in all of part 2 that is better than the snowball fight. I know that is a high bar to clear, but Fujimoto doesn't even come.
Oh my god. Remember when they threw snowballs at each other? That was so sad. Remember when we copied Naruto?
Close to clearing it. Even in plot development, it was constantly established that Makima knew more than everyone that she wasn't normal and that she had something up her sleeve at all times. That ended up being paid off in pretty much the most perfect way possible. On the other hand,
remember when Makima revealed to be a boring bitch and she ruined the whole of part 1?
Can't even get any payoff for the prophecy of Nostradamus. Denji's dream in part 1 is so much better than Asa's. Asa's arc being, don't worry, be happy.
Denji's great dream. Where he killed his dad or something and was supposed to give a fuck. That was terrific. At least Asa killed her dad. That was epic. And we saw it. Remember the bandana guy? Can you even remember his last scene? He just stops existing for a while. Now that's unfortunate.
Right before it all got reset, it's so dull and deflating to me. If you could tell, I do not like anything about part 2. Let me actually read off exactly how I feel about part 2. Interspersed with interesting ideas and moments, but ultimately far too half-baked and monotonous for me. I really admire the vision.
Wait, this is Alexander. Why is this guy reading his tweet?
In part 2. let me actually read off exactly how I feel about part 2. Interspersed with interesting ideas and moments, but ultimately far too half-baked and monotonous for me. I really admire the vision and the concept, but I don't think the story had enough sauce in the character writing, build-up, and moment-to-moment engagement to follow through and keep things fresh and sharp enough to portray what I was actually trying to portray, personally. But even if this was a miss for me, I'm very thankful to Fujimoto for his other works that have fulfilled me, and I look forward to whatever he writes next. Minus that last part, to be honest. The story of part 2 was so sauceless looking back at
True, fuck Fujimoto, he's a retard.
I didn't know how good I was eating with the snowball fight, Makima's character conclusion, the Darkness Devil, and Rize. Part 2's bitch ass has the aging arc.
I love Rize. Remember Rize?
Like, come on, dude. This ending got me thinking, is this ending worse than Attack on Titans? I'm sure you all know how I despise Attack on Titans ending, and I think it's one of the worst endings ever. But when I think about it, I think this ending realistically gives AOT a run for its money. Constant retcons, unrealistic developments, and characters who get terrible and unfitting conclusions. Despite what I think the answer is, I am immeasurably disappointed with part 2 and the ending. I think Fujimoto...
It is a shame how Attack on Titan wrapped up. Now, remember my latest talking point. I do hate the Attack on Titan last bit. Don't forget. So...
This was a thin veneer of a good story, but consistently failed to deliver in multiple elements, to the point where the quality of the first half of the story is night and day with the second. Although I feel this way and gave multiple reasons and objective criticisms, if you like this story, I'm actually happy for you. I don't want to take anyone's enjoyment away. I only started recently disliking part 2 around November.
Wait, if it's objectively bad, wouldn't you want to take people's enjoyment away? Wouldn't it be, like, bad?
Of last year, and for the last 5 months, I've just been asking myself, is there something wrong with me? I was thinking that it must be my fault, as if I don't understand what's happening. I believe I probably care too much, and maybe that's my problem.
It is a struggle when you care too much, you know?
Alright, this is a... Honestly, I don't remember the last time I wrote an outro.
Bro, is this like, Marvel Rivals?
A long video. I kind of just spitball off the head. So I wrote some things down in my notes app on my phone that I want to talk about for the conclusion of this entire thing. And yeah, it's kind of just like things that I didn't really...
Is this Ghost Rider? I've never actually seen gameplay of this video
full detail, or that I set up without really like slamming down.
Maybe this is Overwatch.
One, the climax thing. Part 2 is...
No, I feel like this is not what Overwatch looks like. Now, let me see. Do I recognize any of these characters? No, this... Oh, it is Human Torch. These aren't Marvel characters. What the fuck am I looking at here? Oh, Spider-Man. I don't know any of these other characters. These guys are lame. Marvel Rivals sucks. Stop playing video games. Oh, I can't wait. The stream is going to be over. I'm going to spend 5 minutes packing. I'm going to procrastinate it till tomorrow, and I'm going to play Pokemon Champions. I'm Great Ball rank. No biggie, you know. I was on like a 3-game win streak today. Let me see. I got my Empoleon. Now, what you want to do is you want to get an Empoleon. You want to give it competitive. And then these fucking idiots, they're going to send in their lame-ass Incineroars because they all love Wolfie VGC. Oh, I'm using justice to anybody that ever liked VGC needs to die. So I'm just destroying all these double battle losers. So you start with Empoleon, it has competitive. So when these idiots send in their shitty Incineroar with Intimidate, automatic double attack, special attack boost. These guys don't know what to hit them. You hit them with a Surf, their fucking Arcanine's dead, their fucking Incineroar's dead, their fucking whatever is dead, you just win. You just game on, you win. You click and Surf, I put Protect on my Tyranitar, Tyranitar can't be hit, I'm winning every game. That's not true. Sometimes I lose and I get very mad. Now... I've also got a Scizor. It's got Bullet Punch. You gotta love the great Scizor with Bullet Punch. And we've also got I started to try and make a Trick Room team, but it was annoying. You know, I wasn't doing too good. Everything I have is weak to water because all my favorite Pokemon are like ground types, and I just be running all of them. Now I got my Mega Dragonite that you get free with the game, so that's been kicking some ass, bro. It's been kicking some ass. And I've also got a Hydreigon in the team right now. And something else. I can't be remembering all of these things, you know. Oh, I'm using Machamp. No guard Machamp Dynamic Punch at the moment. Machamp's pretty bulky, so it'll just punch them, and I'll be dead. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, I gotta read chat. Miller Killer's going off for real. Thinks Human Torch is Ghost Rider. Shake my head. Well, Ghost Rider's pretty cool, and Human Torch is lame. He's from the Fantastic Four. That movie was fucking terrible. Alita did like that movie, though, so... Why are you packing? I'm going to New Zealand for the weekend, Miller the Killer. You gotta watch the beginning of the stream. Champions is really bad or something, yeah. The people do not like Champions. But like with most Pokemon games, it's all retarded. Actually, it's not. People are mad because there's not all the Pokemon are in the game or something. But the fun part about the game is that you don't have any Pokemon and like you have to like buy a Pokemon one at a time. So that's really cool and fun. But also that means like it's incentivizing you to do microtransactions. Now I'm not spent a penny on this game. Don't be ridiculous. I don't have money anymore. So don't worry, I'm going in free. But also I feel like every casual person that plays this game is going to think this game is tremendous. What a fun video game. I've never played so much competitive Pokemon in one sitting. I played for like 3 hours straight yesterday. I was having such a fun time. So many things to manage and stuff like that. So that's really fun. Everybody that casually plays this game is going to like it. But if you're like a VGC guy and you like import your Pokemon through Pokemon Home or some shit, and you're battling on the top end, and there's like some weird bugs people are complaining about, I'm sure you're not having the best time. But fuck those guys. They play VGC. They're a bunch of losers. We don't like them, and we don't like the cut of their jib, as the great Nappa would say. So fuck them, is what I'm saying right now. And I don't know. The game is pretty fine. I wish it did have a normal singles battle mode. You can only do 3v3 singles because, you know, the Pokemon Company hates it. They love double battles or something. So that's a little upsetting maybe. But, you know, it's pretty fun. I'm having a blast over here. A blast. And I can't wait to roll my next group of 10 Pokemon, of which I can select one. And then there's always like 2 of your favorites there, and you got to choose between them. Now, that's gameplay. We love loot boxes. So, what a tremendous video game. But I think it is like all Pokemon discourse, where hardcore people are complaining, but nobody cares, because everybody's having a great time over here. So, batter up. We need the next one. We're making $1 billion over here. Apparently the balance is bad or something. I don't know what that means. Maybe depending on which Pokemon are in, there's like a clear meta choice or something. I don't know. I'm not in the Champions League yet, and I never will be, so why should I care? No way they didn't just give you all the Pokemon from the start. Isn't that the point? Well, that's what everybody assumed the point was, because everybody saw it and said, oh my god, it's like Pokemon Showdown, but real. But Nintendo was never going to do that, so I think we just got our hopes up thinking it was a battle simulator when it's not really. But I don't know, it's pretty fun to choose your little Pokemon. If I had all the Pokemon from the start, then I wouldn't be nearly as excited or think it was as fun. So, you know, restraint is like where all the best things happen or something. It's true. Isn't it meant to be like that browser game? Oh my goodness, Miller the Killer, I just predicted your talking points. Just dumpstered you were. Why do you have to collect the Pokemon? Not only do you have to collect them, you have to buy them, and you only have limited space unless you're going to buy more space with your real-life money. Now, that's a cash-making machine over there. But even then, I think you can only have, like, 30 Pokemon, and you got to, like, cycle them in and out. That's kind of cool from a game design perspective, but not from a battle sim perspective, you know? It's like a roguelike. You got to select your mons, and you can only have certain ones. You got to re-roll, you know? Why not just play Gen 9 competitive then? Because that takes literally thousands of hours to be able to get a competitive team. And I don't want to go into that ugly-ass game and have to figure out what the fuck I was doing. We got this new game. It's epic. I'm drinking and the stream's about to die, so we got to end it. Why is Leader Reese saying stronger something Plainsman's Soldier? That's like an old one. No, that's because that was the last one Miller the Killer didn't do, and this is in Top Chat. Play Pokopia, silly? That's not on Switch 1, so I can't play that video game. And I'm not spending money. I'm broke. Just play Stadium? Now, that's a video game. Don't worry, I was playing plenty of Pokemon Stadium 1. I beat Mewtwo, but not on the hard difficulty. That was too hard with the rental Pokemon, I think. And I didn't play much of Pokemon Stadium 2. But it is true, those games give you all the Pokemon from the beginning. So what's this game's excuse? I don't frickin' know. Anyway, I gotta leave.